It is necessary for us to understand how exactly Islam uses brainwashing and fear to control and manipulate Muslims. So we can see in the Quran, chapter 5, verse 101 and 102, it says, "O you who believe, do not ask about things which, if they were made known to you, would trouble you. But if you ask about them while the Quran is being revealed, they will be made known to you. Allah forgives this, for Allah is forgiving and merciful. A people before you asked, and then they became unbelievers." So here it says clearly that do not ask questions that you might find the answers troubling to, but you're allowed to ask questions only during the time period of the Quran being revealed, and after that no questions are to be asked. Why? Because those who were before you asked questions of the Quran that were not answered, and they left. So it's saying, don't shake the boat, don't ask questions you don't know the answer to, because your questions could actually leave others to leave Islam. And this would even be par for the course, even with regards to how the East and the West view the Quran. And Dr. Yasir Qadhi has said that Muslims, they respect the Quran in the East. They don't ask the questions, the hard questions. They have a red line they will not go past. But the Western academics, they don't have a red line. They won't. There is no red lines. All questions are on the table. And yet we see here in this verse, is in 102, it says, those who asked the questions, and they left and became believers. So that's the difference between the East and the West. There's no red line, and there are no difficult questions for the West that they cannot ask of the Quran or the Bible, for that matter, because we desire to have, we want to know the answers to the questions, and we want to be able to share the answers with the world. I want to continue on and see what happens whenever Muslims do indeed ask questions and leave, that Islam has put in place an insurance policy, a very brutal insurance policy, if you will, but an insurance policy nevertheless. And this is in the Sharia, and this is found in the Reliance of Travel, a classic manual of the Islamic sacred law. So this is not just some rinky-dink thing that I pulled up. This is a authentic manual for the Sharia, and this is in section 081. It says, when a person who has reached puberty and is sane voluntarily apostatizes, which means they leave Islam, he deserves to be killed. So here we have the apostasy laws for leaving Islam. Is the penalty is death. We can see in 8.2, in such cases, it is obligatory for the caliph or his representative to ask him to repent and to return to Islam. If he does, he is exempt from him, but if he refuses, he is to be immediately killed. Do you see a pattern here? Those who leave Islam and do not repent, they are to be killed. We can also look in 0.8.4. It says, there is no entity for killing an apostate or any expiation, since it is killing someone who deserves to die. So here we can see clearly that the Sharia law says those who leave Islam, there is no punishment because they deserve to die, those who leave Islam. So that is how the Muslims are controlled. They are controlled through not asking questions, and if they ask questions to the point where they leave Islam, they are to be killed. But I want us to also see, though, that there is a difference between Christianity and Islam with regards to asking questions. Because we can see in Psalm chapter 91, verse 15, it says, when he calls out to me, I will answer him, and I will be with him in trouble. I will rescue him and give him honor. Jeremiah 33:3, call to me, and I will answer you, and I will tell you great and incomprehensible things you do not know. Matthew chapter 7, verse 7 and 8 says, ask, and it will be given to you. Seek, and you will find. Knock, and the door will be opened to you. For everyone who asks receives, and the one who seeks finds, and the one who knocks, the door will be opened to him. So here we can see that, Christianity, there is no fear of questions. You are able to ask questions. We welcome your questions. And even if you decide to leave Christianity, we will be sad. We will pray that you will come back. But there is no death penalty in Christianity like there is in Islam.